English touring opera's autumn season centers on two great Baroque works, Handel's Giulio Cesare and Rameau's Dardanus. They're poles apart in style. Rameau's tragedy, lyric, tense, declamatory and reined in, is almost antithetical to Handel's expansive, bravura take on Roman history. Yet they're also comparable in aim and subject. Each deals with the relationship between sex and war, the private agendas that dictate political expediency, and the phenomenon of love across enemy lines. Giulio Cesare comes with a catch. Director James Conway has opted to stage the complete opera, but aware that its length, more than 4 hours and constrain audiences' attention spans, he has presented it in two parts, which you can see either on different nights, or as matinee and evening performances on the same day. Awkwardly, he has also decided to open Part 2 with a repeat of the final scenes of Part 1, some 45 minutes of music. The aim is presumably to allow us to refamiliarize ourselves with preceding events, but the overlap creates a lengthy hiatus precisely at a point where we want the narrative to press forward. Watch a trailer for the Edis production of Giulio Cesare, mindful that the work was written during a time when British imperial ambition was tempered by contention over the Hanoverian Protestant succession and the Jacobite cause. Conway locates it firmly in 1724, the year of the premiere. The Romans have become Protestants, the Egyptians Catholics, and the whole thing is an insidiously decorous exposé of corruption and hypocrisy on both sides. Saraya Mafi's Cleopatra plots mischief under the watchful eye of her confessor Nerano Thomas Scott Cowell, before attempting to delude Christopher Ainsley's befuddled, sensualist Cesare into thinking her goddess by dressing as the Virgin Mary. Kitty Watelli's traumatized Sesto dithers in Hamlet-like trepidation about whether or not to kill Benjamin Williamson's odious Tolomeo in revenge for his father's murder. At the end, Catherine Carby's implacably principled Cornelia clearly has Caesar's assassination in mind, and we realize, with horror, that Sesto is to be the instrument with which she intends to carry it out. It is wonderfully sung. Ainsley, on tremendous form, spins out Handel's lines with exceptional beauty, and his coloratura is immaculate and thrilling. Maffei, her tone silvery yet sensuous, is a comparably outstanding. Cleopatra se Pietà is particularly exquisite. One of the advantages of the overlapping material is that we get to hear her sing it twice. Williamson's Tolomeo is all waspish spite, while Whateley admirably conveys the vulnerability that lurks behind Sesto's bravado. Jonathan Peter Kenny conducts the old street band with great elegance. Shot through with grace and magic. Dardanus at Hackney Empire, London. Photograph Jane Hobson. Comparatively unfamiliar to UK audiences, Dardanus, meanwhile, is a remarkable work, shot through with the grace and magic we primarily associate with Shakespeare's late plays. The Prospero-like sorcerer Ismenor unravels the threads of destiny that conspire against the marriage of Dardanus with Iphis, the daughter of Teucer, Dardanus' sworn enemy in war. The couple's happiness must come, however, at the price of the life of Antenor, who loves Iphis and is her father's preferred suitor. Rameau's tentative optimism is balanced by deep, contained sadness. This is music that gets quietly under your skin. Douglas Rinchell's production uses the same basic set designed by Cordelia Chisholm as Giulio Cesare, but its gilded corridors of power have now become a shuttered mausoleum in a modern-day war zone, where the ashes of countless fallen are strewn on the floor and relatives assemble to collect mementos of the dead. The imagery initially seems heavy, but Rinchell works with, rather than against, the score. We're soon engrossed in the opera's world as Frederick Long's Ismenor conjures up gods and spirits, Grant Doyle's Teucer frets and fumes over his daughter, and Dardanus and Iphis, Anthony Gregory and Galena Averina, move slowly towards expressing their long-concealed feelings for each other. The closing scenes, in which the machinery of war is finally dismantled and people begin to smile again, are profoundly touching. Gregory and Averina are ideal as the lovers. Gregory's poetic way with both text and line is particularly beguiling. Long makes an authoritative Ismenor. Doyle blustered a bit on opening night, his dark baritone taking a while to settle. Antenor, however, is the character around whom the work pivots, emotionally and morally. Timothy Nelson plays him superbly as a man whose innate nobility is threatened by the jealous fires that lurk within. The old street band don't sound quite as much at ease with Rameau's idiom as they do with Handel's, although they play with deeply felt intensity for Jonathan Williams. Giulio Cesare is at New Theatre Royal, Portsmouth, on 13-14 October. Box office 0239264-9000, then tours until the 24th of November. Dardanus is at Sheldonian Theatre, Oxford, on the 12th of October, then tours until the 7th of November.